Hello there! Today I'm taking you climbing with me in Valle dei Laghi in Trentino, which is next to Arco. And I'm starting off at Vezzano village. I will now mount my camera on the car and let's go! So I arrived at the parking. It is located at the CRM of Cavedine, Centro Raccolta Materiali. It is over there. Then there are 5 spots here with white stripes, which means free parking. This is pretty convenient, and this is the parking that is suggested by the guidebook. I have got not one but 2 guidebooks, which are basically the same guidebook. This is the newer edition and it's in English. I bought it recently because I wanted also to use it with the high climbing app, because with every book they give you a code that you can redeem and use the same guidebook in the app in the electronic version. At the parking there is this signpost that has got some information about the area, some historical information. Also there are pictures of the crag, and you can see kids climbing, because essentially the first crag that I'm showing you today is a crag for beginners. From the parking we take a little path here, which brings us to this stone paved road, and we go to in the northern direction. The road brings us to this road fork, and here we have a signpost with also indications for our Falesia, Cosina. We go that direction. Then shortly after there is another road fork with another signpost. It's pretty easy to follow the signs. Problem: many crags in Arco with easy pitches are quite polished, so it's hard to find routes at the beginner's level. What can we do? A possible solution is to go first to a Falesia La Cosina, which has easy pitches, and then to a close Falesia with harder pitches. We approach another road fork, and here is the indication, and go there. And we have almost arrived. Here it is. This is the climbing crag, hidden in the forest. The first sector we get to is the upper sector. It has got pitches from 4 meters to 15 meters long, even a couple of multi-pitches. I think they are also educational. Then the grades are from 3A to 5B+. This Falesia is bolted with resin bolts. The bolts are pretty close to each other. The footholds show slight signs of usage, but not critical. Overall, I think it's pretty much okay. The anchors are chains with two non-locking carabiners looking in opposite directions, and this is an ideal setup for beginners because the locking carabiner might get stuck and will not be easy to open or even impossible, and the beginners, they usually do not know how to do the anchor maneuver, and this is a safe chain for those who learn how to lead. Here's an example of another anchor. Here you can see there is a maglia rapida. I cannot seem to be able to open it, and this is the thing that I was talking about. I think it was left by mountain guides so they can do top rope belay and save the metal of the binders. Here's an overview of this section of the crag. In this crag, most of the routes do not have names written, so you'll have to go by the topo, by the features of the rock, and by counting. Here's the rightmost part of the upper sector, and just next to it begins the lower sector. And here is the lower sector. It has got pitches from 4A to 6A, from 6 meters long to 23 meters long. The only two routes that have got their names written on the rock are these two, Mia e il Nonno, UK e il Nonno. Okay, now I will let you watch me and Varvara climbing in La Cosina, and I will run back to the car and we'll get to the next falesia. So I actually did run, and now I'm here back at the parking, and we're gonna get on the same road and continue with it for, I don't know, is it like 500, 900 meters? Okay, now I parked here on the side of the road, just underneath the crag. The crag is over there, the thing under the power lines. And this place seems to be designated for parking, kind of. It is surrounded by the plastic stripe. I think it is an entrance to a private property, so as always be mindful about the private property and the entrances to the private property. The parking space is not too great. I mean, there are just a couple of maybe 2-3 cars can fit without blocking the private road entrance. From the parking we need to walk 100 meters uphill. Anyway, I will put the coordinates of where I think it is the shortest path to go through the forest and to the crag. Once we've reached this gate, we can take a path, a subtle path that starts here, and the crag is just 20 meters up there. And you can already see the crag. So here we are at the Cavedine crag. There are 25 routes and they span from 6A plus to 7C. So most of the routes are 6Cs and 7As. The wall is mostly vertical slab, I believe, with some overhanging, some placca appoggiata parts. Again, it's limestone, and there are often names of the roads written in the canonical way with the marker or something like that. Here's, for example, a 7A that I've been trying, the only pitch that I tried on this crag. Okay, here am I rappelling from, going down from Gioia e Rivoluzione 7A in Cavedine. I tried to close it, but this time I also didn't manage to. So now I want to film the crux which gives me the most problems. So my left hand is there, the right is there. I managed to get the right hand here. Then I think the foot goes here. Then I join both hands here, and today I managed to arrive to this hold, but then I didn't manage to do anything. Yeah, probably I should have used this foot, then I would have been able to join the two hands here and get all there in the end. And then my beta is to go around kind of here instead of going straight, and then it is basically a little bit of traverse to get on top of these big guys, and then it is easy remontata. The bolting is mixed here. The upper part of the crag seems to be bolted with fixes. So that looked like there was a fix. Then somebody unscrewed the nut and removed the plate, and then people bolted again with a resin bolt, which cannot be unscrewed. This white part looks pretty cool. Now, as I'm sitting next to El Mamida path pitch of Cavedine Falesia, let me record a summary of the two Falesia. The first one, La Cosina, is located next to Cavedine village. The approach from the parking is 15-20 minutes. It is easy climbing, southbound crag, grades from 3A to 6A, mostly in the middle, 5A, 5B. It is suitable for learning, for teaching lead climbing for beginners. Overall, it is a pretty nice slab climbing on limestone. with a lot of variety, and the bolting is also suitable for kids. Instead, Cavedine Falesia is a medium grade from 6A to 7C, with most of the routes being at 6C, 7A. The parking is not so great. Then the approach is very short. The rock is limestone. Cavedine crag is westbound, so it is a perfect combination to climb in the beginning of the day until lunchtime on La Cosina for the beginners, and then you move your group to this crag and you do a couple of pitches here, the medium ones. Yeah, and sorry if I'm calling 7A medium grade, because, well, I mean, there are a lot of climbers that climb 8A and stuff like that, and these are, I think, high grades. And yeah, on this note, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next episode. Bye bye.